In today's video, I'm going to give you 6 awesome tips when using OneNote on a Mac. Some of these tips are interchangeable on a PC, but we are focusing on the Mac OS for today. Of course, if you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and if you want to supercharge where's your computer, hit that subscribe button as well. That being said, let's get into this. So we're here on my Mac, and I'm just in a page that's basically in the middle of this section, and you're going to see the 6 tips we're going to go through today. The first tip is actually how to change when new pages are created. And I'll show you why, and I'm going to change it to down the bottom. Because if I go add page, it will automatically drop it right under the page that I was just on. And sometimes you might be working on a page and you'd much rather that brand new page drop to the bottom or the top of the list instead of randomly in the middle of a page you're on. So I'm going to delete this one, and then I am going to go into the file section, the OneNote section, and go preferences. Then from here, we're going to select on the navigation pane, and then we're going to select on page list where it says create new pages, and we can drop this down to choose below the selected page, which is the default, but I personally don't like it. Or you can choose at the top or the bottom of the page list. I like it at the bottom of the page list. It's just basically how my mind works. So now when I select on this, X out of that, and I go add page, you see it brings it not underneath that page I was just on, but to the bottom of that page. So it's really cool, and it's a very handy feature because it just helps you stay organized with your OneNote notebook. Now I'm just going to select on the undo icon to bring us back to that page that I was on, as well as delete that blank page we just added. And I'm going to tick off changing when new pages are added. The second thing I'm going to show you is how to create these tick boxes that I have here, which is using the keyboard shortcut Command+1 to create a tick box. I'll show you what that looks like. Hello, I'm going to press Command and 1, and that will add a tick box right next to it. And if I press Command 1 again, it puts a tick in there, letting me know I've completed that action, and Command+1 one more time deletes it altogether. You can, of course, use your mouse to select on these tick boxes, or you can even use the drop down section here and just choose to add a to-do as well. But I find the keyboard shortcut of Command+1 is just really quick and easy. The next tip I'm going to show you is how to open multiple OneNotes at the same time. This is really handy when you have information in a few different pages and you need a few OneNotes side by side. There's a few different ways to do this. The first way is, of course, going down to the bottom on your OneNote, right-clicking, and then selecting on New Window. And you see that it opens up a new OneNote window where you can have them here. And I'll just snap these side by side. So you can see I've got multiple OneNotes open there. And then I can scroll through, and then I can just jump around the different pages on my OneNote, go to a different notebook. But this allows me to be in 2 OneNotes at the same time. The other way of opening multiple OneNotes is selecting on Window up the top, scrolling down, and then selecting New Window. And this will again open up a second OneNote window. You can have multiple of these if you wanted, but I don't see the point of having more than 2. Depends on how many screens you have though, right? So let's go ahead and Command 1 and tick that off. The next is switching the background from light to dark mode, and this is a game changer, especially if your bright screen and the white page of OneNote really affects your eyes. And this is really easy. We're just going to go into the view section, and then you'll see there's a button here in the ribbon. The second one from the left is, of course, switch background, and you can quickly change that background to black or to white. And of course, there is also the button here for new window to open up a new OneNote window too. But I really like the ability to quickly switch the color of the page that I'm on to black or to white. And of course, if you are working on a page and you don't like the white, but you don't want it to be black, you can, of course, change it to a nicer light pastel color. You're going to Control Z, undo that, and tick this one off. The next thing we're going to look at are page versions, and this allows you to go through and see all the times your page was edited. It is in the view section. It's just the 4th one on the left-hand side, and you have a little drop-down menu here where you can select on the page version, delete all versions in the section, the notebook, or disabling history. Or if you just select on the big icon, what happens is all the page edits drop down, and what you'll see here is under top 6 OneNote Mac tips. This was edited 2 days ago by myself on the 6th of the 2nd, and this shows me when it was first edited, and then of course the edits that we're making today. We can right click on the old version and we can choose to restore, delete, copy that page, hide the page version, do a few different things here. So if you accidentally make a mistake in a OneNote page, You can, of course, select on page versions, and you can go through and see all the times it was edited and pull the information back. And the last tip I'm going to give you is how to lock pages or sections in OneNote. This is still under the View tab, and this is really a very handy tool if you have sensitive information saved in your OneNote. You see there's a button here called Password Protection, where you can choose to protect the current section. And if I select on this, it's going to ask me to put in a password here. And this is for the entire section of scripts. So not just this page, but this entire section. Also really handy if you have a shared notebook with a few people, but there's some private information you don't want them to see, you can password protect sections. So I'm going to select on password protect the current section, and then it's going to ask me to put in a password for scripts, which is the name of this section. One important reminder though is that this password is not backed up anywhere. So if you forget the password, there is no way of recovering this. You can't get access to the information. So make sure you remember what the password is. So I've just put a password in. I'm going to select on set password. This will take a few seconds to protect this section. And what you see now is on the left-hand side with all the sections, there's actually a little padlock where it says scripts, and I can right click, and now I can go password protection, and I can choose to lock the section, lock all of the protected sections, change or remove the password. If I lock this section, what you'll see is I can no longer view this section here unless I select on it by clicking here or pressing Command Option U. Then it's going to ask me for the password. If you've got a Mac that has fingerprint recognition, you can also use the ability to unlock with your finger. Then we're going to select on unlock, and then we can get back into that section. If we quit OneNote and then open it up again, you'll see that even though that page was unlocked, it is relocked when you open up OneNote after having it shut down. So let's sign in again, and we use the finger recognition now, and it's going to sign me in. Because I don't want this section password protected, I am going to go on the view section, select on password protection, and then go remove password. I'm going to put in that password and go remove. Once this is removed, that section is now free for anyone to view and edit. And there you have it. Those are 6 great OneNote tips when using OneNote on your Mac. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And of course, if you're on a supercharged version of your computer, hit that subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.